how long are these people in the fridge? And I say, if palm wine stays too long, it's going to be so the same thing. Then what you know, your preservation or your storage facility, you have put that it can stay for a whole year. The state, because personally, I don't take palm wine when it's sweet. When it changes, I don't touch it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ambrose. Actually, this palm wine business was my project in the university.
Oh, that is good.
I studied food science and tech from the University of Agric, Abeokuta.
Okay.
UNAB then, now FUNAB.
Okay.
And my area of study was the natural preservation of palm wine.
The natural one?
Yes, natural preservation. We have so many people that have worked on palm wine, in which Professor Sylvia Uzochukwu, my supervisor, was one of those that has actually worked on palm wine. And she was the pioneer owner of FUNAB palm wine, which is FUNAB palm wine now.
Okay.
Yes. And then palm wine is very good, it's very medicinal. Like I said, it's good for the eyesight because of the yeast that is inside palm wine. Then it's also good for lactating mothers. It helps them to lactate very well. Then it's a very good antioxidant. It detoxifies the body from all toxin. And that's why our old mothers, they use it as oguiba. For people that has malaria, even for this change in weather that they call ita, measles, they use palm wine to cure all those things. To rub it, and even they give their children some to drink. So my own grandmother was a seller of both palm wine and local gin. Of local gin that you make from palm wine. And as I was growing with my grandmom, because my grandmom, we're always going to the village to visit my grandmom, and I was seeing the way they would bring the palm drink, and I would look at it metamorphosizing and fermenting from the sweet one to the aqua one. You understand? So I was curious. But luckily, my uncle, though he's late now, my uncle was also into palm wine. He read food science and tech from Mapoli.
That is good.
And he's my mentor. When he was doing the palm wine in those days in Ondo, his palm wine was called Showboy. And the palm wine was good. He was bottling it in glass bottle. So that was what actually gave me the mindset of saying I want to study more into palm wine, because I had this childhood experience of palm wine, and I actually wanted to see how I can make the palm wine to be a better one. So in my research, doing my research, and I realized that the tappers were bringing adulterated palm wine. They would have mixed with water, and then the hygiene tapping process was not that so good. So I needed to just work more on the existing thing and make it a better one by giving it a better and hygienic
packaging and everything.
Exactly. And then giving it a shelf life. Because if you look at all these drinks that they bring into the country, some of them are just concocted concentrates with water. And of course, everybody is going towards organic. We don't want to take so many things that will affect our health. And palm wine is natural. I always tell people, God turned water into wine. That wine was palm wine.
Not
English wine. Not English wine. It was a natural palm wine that you turned water into.
I like that.
So palm wine is very good. But now, how do we take our palm wine? Most of us take palm wine from the local places that we don't know the hygienic nature of the palm wine. So I now decided on, okay, I want to give the people the natural palm wine that does not have any side effects on your body, that is not chemically preserved. So that when you take it, the combination of the chemical and your body will not start reacting now. So the organic and natural preservation of the palm wine was what I now sorted into. And when I started by doing party supplies in glass bottles. Then I encountered another problem. Oh, dirty bottles. By the time you wash it, some of these bottles would have been soaked with herbs. Some of them would have been littered with candles, and washing them. And I realized that, okay, I don't want to use glass. Then, so apart from those problems and those restraints, I now realized that people that actually want to drink palm wine will not go to the bar to take palm wine because they don't want to be called an alcoholic person. Somebody that wants to use the palm wine for a sick daughter or a sick son will not go and buy palm wine from the bars. They will prefer to buy palm wine from the palm wine tappers. And some of them, they want something that is clean and hygienic. So I now started realizing, okay, let me don't do it in a glass bottle so that people will not think palm wine is alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Why not do it so that people can easily buy the palm wine, take it home. A pastor can drink my palm wine because I have varieties of palm wine. I have the fresh one that does not have alcohol to, the alcohol level is about 1 to 2%, very minute. And I have the fermented ones for those that actually want to take the palm wine and feel, yes, this is palm wine that goes to a higher level. You understand? So it is the medicinal aspects of it and the hygienic nature that actually now put me into it. Now say, okay, let me go and learn how to tap and let me be able to give people the best that I can do.
I think I've learned how to tap.
Yes, I can tap. I do tapping.
That is good. I love that. I love that. Ah, that is good. That is good. No, that's why I said you are seen as an entrepreneur and you are moving forward. No, there are people that are doing it the olden way, but now things have changed. Yes. Now, the way you are talking now, you are bringing technology side into your business already. Yes. That means you need to tutor those that are coming. And that's why we're part of this program, that anybody that listens to us to learn from it. Yes, let's go to the business aspect of this palm wine business. Okay. How profitable it is. How profitable it is.
Well, palm wine is profitable.
Good.
Of course, you know, anything that is natural from God. Your raw material is natural.
Yes.
It's just for you to get it available at any given time. And you know, as I said, we have varieties of palm wine. We have the oil palm and we have the raffia. For the raffia, you have to sort and go into riverine areas, the bushes where there is waterlogged, and tap from it. But the oil palm is the one that is very, very available. Once you have any palm wine, palm tree planters or farmers, once they are old, the palms are old in seeding the nuts for palm oil. Some of them we want to fall it off so that they can plant new ones. So it's a matter of having an arrangement with them. Once you are falling it off, we'll tap from it. Once we tap, you uproot, you plant new ones. You understand? So the raw material is readily available. At least we have them in Nigeria, in any stuff. We have them here in the States. We are not importing them. And then it is not depend on you how you want to package. Like when I started, I started with glass bottle. I have moved to plastic, and now I'm going into canning.
Okay.
Because for export, yes. Because I realized that palm wine is an African drink, and I want to give that African drink an international brand, a global brand, a face, because palm wine has been a brandless product. Exactly. So when people that want to they want to go home, you don't need to leave where you are to go back to the village. You just need to sit down and you drink as if you are right in your village.
Yes, so that's one. Another thing I want to ask again, the cost implication. I can see that since the materials are natural, they are here, what's the cost implication to start? You know, in any business, people want to look at cost first, but what I believe first in business is idea, like what we have done. Looking at, having passion and taste is not good, but no business that you do without cost, start money. That's why after I ask you how it, like the next thing, what's the cost implication? How can one start? If you want to go into it, you that are doing it now, you should know how you started, how you inject more money at different stages of your business. So then you can say, okay, if you want to start, you can start with a certain amount and you can grow your business to a level.
Well, it depends. I will say, as my father will always say, to say start small, grow gradually, and grow big. No matter how much you have, the main thing that can be cost effective on the cost structure is the packaging material.
Okay.
You determine which type of package you want to use. And it is the package you want to use that determines your costs. So if you get your package, no matter how small your package is, you know the cost that you want to do for your package. But packaging materials are always cheaper when you buy in bulk.
Yes.
And that is where the money comes in.
Yes.
If you say you are starting small, that means you are going to be buying in piecemeal.
Yes,
so if you are buying in piecemeal,
at the beginner,
it could be a little bit costlier. But as you are going bigger, you will be buying in bulk, which is a little bit cheaper. And then, of course, if anything, I always tell people, anything you want to do, it's best you do the normal regulatory standards. So if you're going to do any regulatory standards for palm wine industry, you need to get your NAFDAC done, you need to get your SON certified done. So the SON, there are two types. There's the man cap, there's the SON cap, depending on your target market. If your target market is a local market, it is the man cap you get. But if you are doing exports, then you do the SON cap, you understand? So it depends on, well, of course, you can start palm wine business and start small. Like I started by supplying parties.
Yes.
You could supply your parties one way or the other with that, and as time goes on, you could now start making it industrial to the state that you have to start doing labels, you have to start having a brand for it and all sorts.
This is good. This is good. I like it. But before we go to the next question, I want to just add this one, just very brief. You said you use the natural way for your preservation.
Yes.
That's what you said. And now you want to go international.
Yes.
The natural way, how long going to stay? Because when you say natural way, I'm thinking that you are not adding anything to it. Yes. And you know that when palm wine stay more than 2, 3, just say this, personally, the palm wine they tap now is what I can put in my mouth. The next day I won't take it. That means you need to, how you want to preserve it naturally that it can stay for that long, that I can take it in UK, in the fridge, very cool, and enjoy natural, not fermented one, just cool one.
Well, that was the research that I did. And that is my intellectual property right.
I like that. That is good.
It was the research that I did. I did not even finish it on my first degree.
Yeah.
I continued doing it because my father is a professor. He has a lab.
Yeah.
I keep disturbing the old man on the project. My late uncles was also, of course, because he was a food scientist,
yes.
He was also one of my researchers, and I keep contacting them regularly.
Share knowledge.
I was also contacting Professor Zochukwu. So it's fact, I can say it's a 10 years project that for me to be able to achieve what I have achieved today, and I give kudos to those 3 people that actually helped me so far.
That's what I said earlier. You remember I said training is very important. That means now you can become a consultant in the industry that people can line up. Because you have, for you to use 10 years for a project, you know in and out of that business. Not only that, that means now, thank God we're on this platform. Training, people can come ask for training and all that. Also, equipment you use, is it imported equipment or just for the process? You want to understand your resources and all those stuff so that.
Well, presently now we are still tapping the local way.
Okay.
That's what we're still doing. But of course, I have realized technology of tapping, whereby you can use these forklifts that will lift you up rather than climbing it. Yeah. It will lift you up to do the insertion and of course then we've also done we also have a technology of retaining the fermentation from, in fact, as it's coming down. If you want us to give you the ajabale that is 0%, we can. So the technology is there, but of course with fund, all we need is fund. When we have fund, we can be able to get all those machines.
I'm even coming to that. Yes. Ask about the challenges in the business.
Yes. Yeah. So we can actually get to that stage. But with what we have, we are still okay, and we are still doing, and we, of course, we keep improving. And I know, of course, we'll get there one day.
Yes, you are already on the right direction, because from the experience and the way you are sharing, it's a business that even I want to come and learn.
Oh, no problem. You're welcome.
Yes, also, how can you advise the younger ones? You know, today we have the unemployment rate. When they released the unemployment rate last time, about 33.3%, which is high. And people even want to wear suits, wear tie, and go to. Now, this is a farm, only because insecurity again. But what's your advice for the younger generation, how to go into this business and also using agriculture to create employment for Nigeria?
Oh, well. Let me borrow my father's. Sorry, I'm always saying my father.
Yes,
he's my mentor.
Okay.
Let me borrow my father's adage. My father would say, "Omo to ba shipa ni baba ngbe."
You will tap it because
yes, it is a child that tries to lift up himself that the father carries. Of course, we say there are unemployment. Generally, I see our youth as they don't want to risk and do things. Most of the youths of nowadays, they are a little bit lazy. I would say maybe they are pathologically lazy.
Okay.
They want everything easy. They are not ready to pass through the pains. Because before you see something shining, like gold, it has passed through fire.
Yes.
And
I agree with you.
I can say for my past 18 years in this business, I have passed through fire.
18 years in this business?
I have passed through fire. So if they want to actually stop unemployment, one, they must be determined.
Okay.
Then they must take the bull by the horn. They must be ready to risk so many things. Yes, they must be able to take risk, because most of them don't want to take risk. That's why they keep looking for white-collar job. They want things easy, and some of them look for easy money everywhere.
Money everywhere.
But if they are ready to there's nothing that is easy to get. Even all this easy money too, they are risking things too. They only think that is easy. It's not easy. That's what everything has an hazard. All jobs have their hazard. So if they can be determined that, yes, I want to get money legitimately and I want to strive to get it, they will get there. So actually, you see, everybody cannot do white collar job.
Yeah.
As I always tell my children, I don't pray they look for job, because the job I'm doing, we are doing it together. So they have to start thinking outside the box to create a job, because as things are going, technology is getting to a state that if you are not creative, you will not get job, because there are so many people are bringing robots. Robots are doing they are doing the work that people that are not skilled and untrained are doing, and if it continues like that, then
there's more unemployment.
Unemployment will increase. So you have to think outside the box and think of, oh, what will I do if? So even in choosing courses in university, choose courses that you can do without looking for a job. That even with small, meager money,
you be able to.
Because not today, if government want to give people money now, say, okay, let me give you 1 million. Most people don't even know what they want to use the 1 million for. Give them the 1 million, within days or months, they have squandered it without doing something. But if they actually have something they want to do, that 1 million will still be used for something, and you will still go, oh, okay, now that you have used 1 million, I can give you 2 million, then I can increase it. So they need to be determined.
Yeah, you just mentioned the government, which I'm coming to, but you just mentioned, let's just continue from there. Yes, not only just giving money as government. What platform will government create to encourage such people to such business? Giving money for me is not the first thing. It's something that will attract people to go into the business. Money is part of the business, but what will the government do at this point? Because we say there's insecurity in the system. What we want to attract people into this type of, you mentioned technology, that now you have discovered how to even climb without using the normal rope to climb. These are good things. Then government should come in. Anywhere in the world, government has a role to play to drive the economy. Not just yes, we have ideas, but if the environment is not conducive, your idea will die with you. What idea is that government also, they are listening to us. What is that government can do to make sure that this business thrive and attract people into the palm wine industry?
Well, if I'm to talk,
you're very free to talk.
If I'm to talk on the government aspect,
yes,
I will be a little bit biased.
Yes.
Okay. Why I will be biased is because I am a beneficiary of so many things the government has been doing.
Oh, good. That means let us know so that they will know that, yes.
And I know that it now depends on how positioned you are.
For you to get that thing from the government.
Most of these things, they are actually true. They come on, we register for them, but how positioned are you? If you're not well positioned and you cannot apply, you don't meet the requirements, it will just come, you won't benefit.
It will pass you by.
Like talking about my business, I benefited from Ogun State government.
Okay.
In the first, that was 2009, when they did this first youth entrepreneurship training under MGGC. That was during the time of Castello. It was Governor Otumba Daniel that was there. And they called youth to come out for the program.
Yeah.
I went with my palm wine.
Okay.
And I was the best for that
after
year.
Your presentation,
after my presentation, I made sales.
Yes.
So many youths came, but some of them you could see that they only wanted to come for what they had in hand. Okay. So some of them they were not actually entrepreneurs. If you call entrepreneurs now, so you see so many just because of that particular money, they will just come briefly after the business is gone. So when they came, they promised us so many things. For the first 1 year, we didn't see anything. But to my greatest surprise, they called me and said, okay, you want money or you want training? And I remembered my father told me, said, if you collect the money, you would finish. Yeah. And he told me, take the training. And that training, the Ogun State government sent me to Lagos Business School for training on entrepreneurship MBA, which would have costed me 1.5 or 2 million then. And that training, I will tell you, has made me what I am, because it made me realize what business is actually. And it made me realize that business is not only funding. Yeah. Sometimes you have the money. How do you use the money? If you don't use the money right, it will just flitter away. You understand? Then after that beneficiary, I also benefited again from the same Ogun State.
Okay.
When they said they did this SMA clinic,
okay,
that was the time of Buhari's first regime, when Oshibajo came. Many people came out for the SME clinic. I was there for the SME clinic, and though I wasn't given any money, but I was given exposure. I was able to meet so many people, which also helped, because that day they brought in all the stakeholders that SMEs needed. And it made my NAFDAC very easy.
Within the
same premises. Right there, NAFDAC knew me. They came for my inspection, and my NAFDAC was given. And then this concluded NAFDAC free SME charges. They slashed down the prices of registration. So many entrepreneurs did not take the opportunity at that time. But if you're well positioned, you would have taken the opportunity. You understand? I took the opportunity. Now, Export Commission is out telling you, oh, come and do free training on how to export. I have never exported once, but with Ogun State Export Commission, of course, I'm about to start exporting. And they have trained me all the packaging things I need to do, you understand? So it depends on how positioned you are. I will not say the government is not trying. The government, they are doing their best. Of course, the population is about 200 million. Even if it is 1 million, and that impact is felt, they'll be able to do to others. But the problem is when we collect this, because I know somebody that collected grants from NIFON grants. Today, the business went down because he did not use the NIFON grants for what he wanted to use it. That Nigerian factor is also there. So if we are complaining that the government is not doing, what of us? Are we also doing the right thing? So if we do the right thing, the government will also help us. Though I know the government needs to do more. They have done a little, but they need to do more. And the more they need to do add into our infrastructures like lights. If there is no light, there is no industry. Because working on power gen is very, very costly. So if they can do light for us, if they can do road, and then other infrastructures too, of course it will help SMEs.
No, anywhere in the world, infrastructure that drive economy, when there's infrastructure, economy can move faster. That is why we're calling on government. They have the capacity to drive, to provide infrastructure anywhere, any level. Even though you are doing investment, you are doing a company, you are coming up, and you need infrastructure to make your business grow faster. I think here I will say thank you and God bless you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Is there any last word for the viewers?
Well, for the viewers, I will tell them that opportunity is like a window. It is how well you have positioned yourself. When opportunity comes and you're not well positioned, you're not able to get it. So be well prepared, be determined, and be focused. Like what I always say, being focused is actually the main thing. I've had so many pains, but because I'm focused, I'm seeing the gain now.
Thank you, Ms. Ayo. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you very much. You are welcome.
Thank you.
So let's come to the end of today's program. Enjoy your day.